Hi, my name is Enis. I'm with FHP Future Home Project channel. The other day I was building a fence for our garden, and I would have to figure out a way to build a new gate. So I thought I would separate these two videos. I would make one video just for the gate and the other one for the vegetable garden fence, which is coming soon. And this gate is not traditional. Usually people would have a piece of lumber, such as 2x4, run across the way, let's say from the bottom left to the upper right corner, and that would make it sturdy. I noticed there is this other way of building a gate. I saw this, to be honest, I saw this on YouTube. This one guy was building it, and I thought I would try it myself. And what you do is you run two pieces of 2x4 across the way. So these are additional 2x4s. There is one on the bottom and on the upper side anyway, but these are somewhere in the middle. So what I did is I measured about 12 inches from the bottom and about 11 inches from the top, and I would just make these notches here with my miter saw, and then I would just use a chisel to take it out. People usually make about 10 or even more cuts right there across that notch, and they would just chisel it out. But this way, for me, this is much easier and much faster, especially if you have a nice piece of wood like this. It would come out really good. So what you do is you make two cuts and use a chisel, and you just carefully make up a line and just use your hammer and just take it out. And then after that you can just fix if there is anything left. You just want to make sure that this is 90-degree angle and everything is flat on the inside. So another thing you have to make sure is, of course, that there is a perfect 90-degree angle on all four sides. So when you put these 2x4s together, just use something to measure it with, and make sure that it's on an angle. What I do is I measure across the way. So I think this was 16.7 inches across one way, and then if you get 67.5 inches across the other way, that's perfect. That's the perfect 90-degree angle. If it's off by a quarter of an inch, I think that's still okay. So here I am pre-drilling holes. I'm gonna be using these long 8-inch screws, and I'm gonna run them from top. This drill bit I used for widening for the head of the screw. I couldn't find my other drill bits for widening the holes, so I just used a regular drill bit and made the hole a little bit bigger. These drill bits are not perfect for that, but they do the job. So these 8-inch screws are really good. They're kind of like those deck screws, and you just make sure that they go perfect inside on a perfect line. They don't come out on an angle. That's why I was pre-drilling, because when you pre-drill a hole, it's easier for you to use a drill bit and make sure that that screw is leading on a perfect angle inside the board. That's why I was using the drill bit, and it also helps to prevent the wood from cracking. So when you put this frame all the way around, these four boards that kind of make up a frame, and then you screw everything down, you can measure across the frame horizontally to figure out the length of these two additional boards on the inside, and I just measured them perfectly. I wanted it to be a little bit longer, just maybe like a 1/16 of an inch, but not too long, because it will spread apart the gate. So you just want to make sure that it fits perfectly, and for me it just came out really good. And I used extra screws here. I didn't have to. I only had 4 of these 8-inch screws left, and I used one for each side, and then I used some other deck screws. I think they were 3 inches long. I pre-drilled the holes to make sure that they go the way I want them to go inside. And as you can see, it came out perfect. The 90-degree angle is right there, and it's really sturdy. When you press on it, it's not gonna bend, it's not gonna wiggle. I was actually very surprised the way it turned out. So after you build it, we want to make sure that it fits in our hole right there. We want it to be 1/8 of an inch smaller on each side. So when I measured it, I took away 1/4 of an inch when I measured across the side from the opening there. So I took 1/8 of an inch on both sides. That gives it some room to open and close and not to rub against those posts, the 4x4s that are on the side. My angle there, it just fit perfectly, the orange one, to measure the angles. So I just put it there, slid it inside the hole, and it was just perfect 1/8 of an inch thickness. And I made sure that everything is flat, everything is flush, and used my hinges. And on the bottom, you just want to make sure that 1/8 of an inch gap is there. And what I'm doing here, I want to pre-drill these holes. With these deck screws, you don't actually have to pre-drill holes. They're self-drilling, but sometimes if you want them to go exactly the way you want to, sometimes they will just go to the side. But when you pre-drill, when you take a small drill bit and pre-drill it, it will just make it the way you want to go in. And then you also know that the wood is not going to crack. So I'm only putting one screw here. I just want to make sure that it's open up the way I want. As you can see on the bottom, I used a piece of 1x4 to leave a little bit of gap on the bottom because you don't want it to rub against the ground, but you also don't want that gap to be too big for the animals to be able to come in. I think when you use 1x4, that 3/4 of an inch thickness is just perfect, because you have the grass there, and that will prevent the animals to coming in, at least rabbits and such. As you can see, I'm using this mesh that I ordered on Amazon, and you will find the link in the description. 50 feet by 4 feet tall was about $90 at that time. And I had to buy 2 rolls in order to cover the whole garden. As you can see, I am using the mesh with 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches wide. I noticed that people are using bigger openings, like 1x2 or even 2x3. For me, that is not gonna work, because I've seen rabbits, you can see the chain link in the back there, and I've seen rabbits, grown rabbits, jump through those little holes, and they can easily fit through that. So I think this size of a mesh is perfect for a vegetable garden. Before I used that chicken fence, and that's really not for this kind of project, and after 2 years I had to take it off. So I had to build something that was stronger and that will last much longer. Another thing that you can see is I put this fence on the outside of the posts. It would look prettier if I was to put it on the inside, but this way I get more space on the inside, get more room. Our backyard is not that big. And then also, if I was to put these 4x4s on the outside of my raised garden bed, it would be harder to lawn them on. This way I have these 2x10s on the side for the raised garden bed, and I can just run my lawnmower right there next to it. It's much easier to lawn them on. I thought it'd be a nice touch to add this little chain so you can hook up the gate when you open it up so it doesn't close up on you. Some people will add a spring to make it close by itself, but actually I don't want that, because sometimes when you're carrying tools inside, then it's hard to hold that door. If you like what you saw, make sure you like the video on YouTube, leave me a comment if you have any suggestions, or if you like my work in general, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to be adding more videos soon.